Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast on Bleacher Report. Jacques,
Halt!
Jacques.
Halt!
The Tennessee Titans 20-10 loss against the Las Vegas Raiders. Shout out to everybody watching the stream. If you have not followed us, man, do that now. We're everywhere. So Jacques, I gotta throw a joke on here, Jacques, because I took a flyer to say, man, we're definitely winning this game.
Oh, you did.
Okay, I said the Raiders suck, and any Raider fans is watching, hey man, I deserve the smoke on that. I get it. The Raiders do suck. I still keep them, but we're terrible. We're worse. We're bad. We lost this football game, and this is how I look right now, bro. That's me right now. I look like a clown, right? The Titans has made me look like a clown, bro.
But can I say this?
Yes, sir.
You're not a clown because you're correct. You guarantee to win. I think that's where the clownish comes in. But you're not off about the Raiders, man. The Raiders are y'all not a good football team, man. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, y'all beat us because that's every fan's thing. Well, at least we beat you. Yeah, but you got the Chiefs next week. Focus on beating them, and then they got their schedule's brutal than ours. So yeah. But so you're a little clownish, but you ain't all the way clown, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta give you just a little bit, Yeah. So you got two. You got one thing wrong, another thing right.
Right.
One thing wrong was we gonna win this game.
Right. That's right.
The one thing you got right was the Raiders are not a good football team.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You're correct.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, the Tennessee Titans with another loss, 20-10 against the LA. Well, I'll call them LA Oakland. I'm just discombobulated right now. To the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, 20-10. Overall, offensively, the Titans struggled all game. The Titans are now 1-5 with another big loss. Overall, the Raiders as well, with their second victory, they had a 4-game losing streak going into the game. Now the Titans have made that impossible now because we've lost another game. I'm not sure if there'll be another game we'll win this season, but we'll talk about this game. Overall, the Raiders, 226 yards to our 225 yards, so the exact same in total yards. But some of the biggest difference is the Raiders. We had not only 2 fumbles by Cam Ward, and we also had an interception thrown with 3 turnovers to their 1. We also had 7 penalties. We had 5 punts. So just other factors why we lost this game. 2 bad football teams, but the Raiders with the victory. So, Jacques,
yes, sir.
Let's get cooking about this game, man. So we're going to have these poll questions out there as well, too. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody watching the show or listening to us on any audio. We are as you say, Jay Dizzle, we are. So, Jacques,
yes, sir.
What is the biggest reason the Tennessee Titans lost this terrible game against the Las Vegas Raiders?
Oh, man. A couple of reasons. Man, there's so many to name, dude. One, we started slow. The offense is stale, man. The offense smelled like stale feet. That's what the offense. This offense is trash. It got started slow.
Thanks.
Started getting going, but it was just that, right? Play calling was suspect too. Those screens, they need to take those out the playbook ASAP.
Facts.
Cam Ward's turnovers. Brother. You're a rookie. I it's expected, but cost us games, man. That's on you. You got your own slogan. We are today, my friend. Even statistically, you was okay, but you still today. So he'll probably hold himself accountable. Offensive line. Oh, I got one person that was getting cooked today. You know who his name is? J.C. Latham. J.C. Latham was getting cooked. He was getting destroyed. I think he's still hurt, to be honest with you. And I think the team rushed him back too early. The way when he was going with his kick slide, it was instead of your kick slide being wide, it was very narrow. And that's how Crosby was cooking him, man. He was cooking him. I got to call out Brian Callahan. So there was one play where you got to delay a game and you were expecting Cam to call a timeout, but as the head coach, I should be paying attention to the play clock. Timeout. Because that's a waste of downs, right?
Yep.
You wasted downs. Let me see. What else? What else can I pinch from this game? Again, offense is trash. Offense is horrible, okay? Offense is just – it's trash. And then the times we were able to get into a rhythm, it was too late. Okay, you were too late. Can you remember it? You just couldn't get in the rhythm. So we got a touchdown. Yes, we did. But at the same time, what do you got, right? So that's for me, Hawk. What about you?
So, Jacques, I tell you this, man. We had the Raiders doing they scored some touchdowns. They were doing the boots on the ground dance, bro. They were sitting there. We had the Raiders doing this, bro. They were literally just having a ball, especially in the third quarter. And just overall, there's a reason why we lost this football game. We're not a good football team. We suck. We suck. We're not good on offense. Our defense played hard today. No question about that. The defense, Draymond Jones, Jeffrey Simmons, those guys, man, were all over the field today. You know what I'm saying? Jahad Ward, they are playing extremely well. And then please know I'm not taking or discrediting our defense. But the defense will probably tell you this is the worst offensive lineman we've played all season, right? And they took advantage of that. The Raiders only scored 20 points. But our offense can't score more than 20 points? Oh, no, they haven't, because we averaged 14 points a game. I went out on a limb and said the Titans would beat the Raiders. And this is, again, how I look right now. I look like a clown right now. That's how the Raiders has made us look. And then when you look at the play calling, so this is what I think. I think play calling was huge in this game as to why we lost this football game. All right, what is this? What is that? It's a TV screen, right? TV screen. Cool. What is this? A screen for your door, right? Okay. Those are the only times you should be having that many screens in a game, bro. Right? Screen. Who are we throwing the football to? LaDainian Tomlinson? Last I checked, we don't have that. Throwing tight end screens to Antonio Gates? We don't have that. Play calling was really bad this game. Offensively, Cam Ward made a lot of mistakes. There's no question about that. He is a rookie. I am giving him some grace in that regard. Cam's going to have to do better. Having the ball slip out of your hands, that's not a rookie mistake. That's just what's going on with your hands, bro. Your hands are sweating. Go get him a towel, coach, or wipe your hands off, Cam Ward. Cam made a lot of mistakes today, for sure. But I'm going to tell you, you see J.C. Latham get beat by Max Crosby. Can we get a tight end over there to help him out? He's getting beat out there. Or maybe should we sit him down and put Odu back in the game? Max Crosby has had a good season, hadn't had a lot of sacks this year, but he picked it up today. He had 2 sacks today. So now he's back in the column where he normally is, right? I do not think offensively, when I look at Bohart Agree, I look at Brian Callahan, I do think offensively, I know we don't have a lot of talent. I understand that. I do. But to only score 10 points against a really bad defense, to only average 14 points a game, alludes me to this. Coaching and talent, we don't have either. We're not a good football team. We stink. We played the Raiders. The Raiders, won't be a playoff team. They might win a few more games down the road. But I'm telling you, man, when you look at play calling, it's 3rd and 2, and we run the football in the first drive. We were conservative. Bro, our play calling was very mid, as the kids say these days, man. J.C. Latham did get cooked out there. Facts, right? Cam Ward made a lot of idiotic mistakes. Facts. Play calling, bad. Facts. I'm not saying anything good about our offense. Our offensive play calling, our offensive scheme, everything was bad today. We're not a good football team, and not being a good team and not having any offense, you're not going to win football games. We suck.
All right, Hawk, what about, should we fire Callahan? I'm just going to keep it that simple.
If you have a replacement, you fire Brian Callahan. If you do not, right now, and I don't know the replacement, you can't sign anybody from another team. You can't do that. It has to come from within. So I think what helps him this game, what hurt Brian Callahan this game is Denard Wilson and the defense today. The defense played their butts off, and they did not give up at all. They have every right to give up. Denard Wilson didn't allow that to happen. So unless Denard Wilson is the head coach, and I'm not sitting there telling you because he's the head coach, we're going to start winning a bunch of games. But we need a change. And I do think Brian Callahan should be fired after this game. I do. And I think if you're going to do that, bring in Denard Wilson and say, Denard, hey, bro, The team fights for you. They fight for him. Mike Vrabel, please, y'all tell me in the comment section. Mike Vrabel would have won this football game. Just on fight alone. Mike Vrabel wouldn't have won this game against the Raiders. So, yes, Brian Callahan should be fired. What about you, Jacques? Should Brian Callahan be fired after this game?
Fire him. Go ahead. You bring in Denard, whatever. Will I see an improvement? I don't know, because you still got Bo calling offense. I don't care. Fire him. Then what's next? After we fire him, then what? Right? Will he galvanize this team? Do I think so? Maybe. I don't know. I have to see it. Yeah. You fire him, then what? And let me tell you, if it doesn't improve, then what? I'm to this point. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. If you fire him, it helps the morale. Does it help me as a season ticket holder? No. I'm still paying my money.
Yeah.
Am I still going to go to the games? Maybe. I don't know if I feel like it. Just to be honest with you. If you keep him, what? Is Denard Wills? What is Denard going to sell out seats? No. So if you fire him, you'll probably hopefully get a spark. Will the offense play for him? I don't know. So yeah, fire him. Go ahead. You can get rid of him now, but will it change how I feel? No. And that's just a raw emotion. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not just from this season. It's not just from last season. It's not even from the previous season. It's further than that. It's further than that for me. It goes even higher for me, but I'm not gonna go there just yet. But it goes even higher for me. So if you're gonna fire him, get rid of him. You should have got rid of him when Rand Carthon got fired. So you should have did it then, in my honest opinion. Right. Because it would have made it easier. You could have went out and got your coach. You got to flip the staff. I don't think people realize, and people listen to what I'm saying. Once you fire your head coach, don't think next year is going to be sunshines and rainbows and crap, because you're going to go through the same thing as you did last year. Now, you better hope. What you better hope is that you can get some type of improvement out of Cam Ward or whoever's the quarterback, whatever happens. You better hope. If that doesn't happen, then you put yourself in the same bucket that you were in prior. So fire him. But remember, there's always a cautionary tale when you do that. You're gonna be the poverty franchise like the Panthers are, the Browns are. We're trending that way. We're trending that way. So we keep doing it. Let's do it. So I say, yeah, fire him. Go ahead and do it. But will it change anything? No. So that's my honest opinion on that.
Okay. I got you, Jacques. I got you, man. I got you. So, in that same breath, speaking of a bad football team that we are right now, Cam Ward today, when you look, you look at his overall stats today, Cam was 12 for 21. Hold up a second. Update. Hold up. Sorry. Much
you way off, ho.
Yeah. Just looking. Okay. Cam Ward was 26 for 38, threw the ball 38 times, 222 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception, and 2 fumbles. Should we, as a Titans fan base, as a team, should we be worried about Cam Ward?
I mean, he's a rookie. He's a rookie quarterback that – oh, no. What happened? Oh, no. What just happened here?
I see you. I can still hear you.
You see me? Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes,
okay. That's weird. Okay, let me keep cooking. Because my stuff just went out. That's weird. Okay.
All right.
You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So when I look at this, I look at it different than a lot of people. This is what I expect from a rookie. Okay. I expect mistakes. I expect all these. Where you at? You still Hulk?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't see. Okay. But I expected this. This is what you should expect when you have a rookie. Caleb Williams. I look at him last year. The Bears fans were the same thing. He's a bust. He's this. Da. Comes with bumps in the road. Am I worried? I guess. Oh no. Can you hear me? Hulk, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Are you good on your end?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. This, I guess, is my end. That's wild. So I can still see you with my stuff spinning. But anyway,
okay.
So am I worried? Personally, no, I'm not. I think once you get a better coaching staff out here to coach out a lot of the things that he needs work on, like the drifting, right?
Yep.
the fumbling now, because that was a problem that he had in college when we fumbled the ball. He did fumble
Yes,
a lot
sir.
in college.
That's
So that was
facts.
one thing that I noticed in film. A lot of stuff that bled over from college to now, it's
Yep.
on coaching. And it's not just Callahan, it's your position coach too. Bo, who is his position coach, should be coaching this stuff out of him. That's just what needs to happen, right? But am I worried? No, because he's a rookie. Caleb Williams went through this. I think Jaden Daniels actually struggled there early, and then he kind of started clicking, and his team around him started clicking as well. So personally, am I worried? No. From a developmental standpoint, you just need to get a better coach in here that can come in here and coach him up and just beat out the bad habits and go from there. He still threw a touchdown pass today. Shout out to you, Cam. He's still controlling the offense. He's still trying to lead the team. If he wasn't doing that stuff, then that's when I would be worried. But for me personally, no, I'm not. What about you, Hope?
All right, so I'd say this about Cam. All right, and we got that poll question out there as well, too. I'm going to put that up here. So I am concerned about Cam Ward. I think my concern is more on the fact that he's building bad habits. And those habits are hard to break if you don't know how to be successful. And I don't see that happening this season with this team. I don't see us having a team where, we don't have playmakers. We're not even running good offensive play calls for Cam Ward. There's certain things that I see him continuing to do, like the ball getting slipped out of his hand and things like that. Like that, you could be a rookie or a 20-year veteran. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, that's a problem. I'm not seeing Cam Ward step in the pocket when the line collapses. There are holes for him to step up in the pocket. And those few times it does happen, he's successful. But around him, there's not a lot of good players around him. And I don't know when that'll be. He clearly right now is going to struggle because right now, looking at the team right now, we are hurting Cam Ward. We're hurting Cam. And it's really hard to evaluate when right now things around him ain't working. You got receivers that can't get open. So, and then when you look at Cam Ward as well, he definitely has the arm talent and those things. But it's about building. It's about building. I haven't seen our team build at all this whole season. So, right now it's difficult to assess and say he ain't it. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. But I'm saying my concern is like you think of players like David Carr. You think of guys that have been rookies that's been thrown out there early. Bryce Young, guys that's thrown out there early because you're the number one pick. You're going to play. You're going to get thrown out there. So when I look at that, it's like, if things don't improve, you hope bad habits don't become who you are as a person. That's just human nature. The talent is there, but it's like, okay, when do we start getting players in that can make plays to help your quarterback? When are we going to start having offensive linemen that can block enough and to have holes enough for Cam Ward to throw the football? Those things. So I just think, man, it's an organizational thing, and I don't want Cam to be sucked into that type of situation where he starts becoming worse as time goes on. So that'll be my concern for Cam Ward for sure.
Okay. And real quick, in Jamarcus 1982, I'm gonna get to your comment. You're gonna be my first comment. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Hawk, should we have a fire sale?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards it. I'm gonna say right now no, because right now with a young quarterback and a young team, we are at game 6 right now. We have a long season to go, right? Right now, it's best I think right now to try to have the best players you can on the field right now, because right now we still have time. I'm not saying time to make the playoffs, nothing like that, but we don't want to have just whoever out there and get your quarterback hurt or get your receivers hurt, get your players hurt, just having anybody out there on the field. So I do think eventually, yes, a fire sale should happen. It should happen. But I think it's way too early right now because, we still got a long way to go. Man, we have 11 games left to go. That's a long time to have a bad football, even worse than what we have now out there on the field. You have bad players out there for a long period of time, players are going to get hurt. Bad habits are going to start happening. Bad culture starts happening or whatever. Defense starts giving up and things like that. So I say yes, but let's just wait. So what about you, Jacques?
Not right now. I mean, and the key thing is Ridley's hurt. So I'm like, Jesus. But man, Jeff is playing out of his mind, man. Yeah. Defense is pretty solid because if you're going to have a fire sale, that means and on the trade block, from what I've heard, is Arden Key, Roger McCreary. I think Draymond is on that list as well.
Yeah.
I know they're probably making calls on Jeffrey, of course, but but to me, no,
Right.
no. I wouldn't. I try to keep doing what you're doing, keep going because that's what we do. I mean, we will. If Rand Carthon was here, we probably would. In my opinion, he'll probably ask Jeffrey where he wants to go and so forth because that was his pattern that he followed. But Brinker and Berganzi, I don't think they follow that pattern. We'll see because the trade deadline is coming up.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. Nah, I don't say do it right now. No.
I got you, man. I got you. So, okay, y'all. Well, hey, listen, we are at our favorite part of the show, y'all. We're gonna fire off as many questions as we can. We're gonna try to answer because we have a lot of questions out there, man. We appreciate everybody in the chat as well. If you have not followed us, man, follow us now here on Bleacher Report. Again, the Tennessee Titans with another loss, 20-10. Let's go at. Let's get it.
So, Hawk, I got one question for you, and people in the chat as well. Since Cam is doing so bad, should we bench Cam Ward?
Great question. No, I don't think so. I understand the concept. I do. But because we're such a bad football team, I think he gets grace in that regard. So if we were a really good football team, had good players, I think you could. But no, I think, hey, go out there, make it happen. You're the first pick of the draft. Figure it out, Cam. Figure it out. No. What about you, Jacques?
No, I don't. Because he's learning. You need him. If you understand how football works, many reps that you can get is valuable. You're going to make mistakes as a rookie. I mean, I even see A.O. Manor and DK making mistakes. DK missed 2 blocks on those stupid screenplays.
That's right.
I'm like, bruh, if I'm going to get on Cam, then I need to get on you because you missed the block and you whiffed on the block.
Yeah.
A.O. Manor's the same thing. They're rookies, man. And unfortunately, we live in a time where you don't have grace as a new anything anymore. You better come in knowing this shit off the rip. I'm sorry. Now, if you bench him, you better have a hell of a quarterback in front of him for him to learn from. That's why I was adamant about bringing Jameis Winston in instead of keeping Brandon Allen, because at least Jameis Winston, and people are like, well, he ain't won nothing. He's won games in his league, and he can learn something. Cam can learn something from him.
Yeah.
But if you bench him now, what'll happen is you'll kill his confidence. Now, you can probably, if this was a Bryce Young situation, because I think they benched Bryce Young last year, right?
They did.
And that was his second year? I think it was his second year. Yes. That makes sense. If Cam is doing this same stuff next year, then you need to teach him a lesson. You be like, hey, Cam, we're going to sit you down for a little while. We're going to let you learn. I see somebody else in the comments say, well, fire everybody and then fire the coach and then fire this and then bring in a new quarterback. Well, at that point, you just wasted a whole number 1 pick. Now, I think I've told you this before too, Hawk. The Tennessee Titans organization does better with a well-established quarterback that's been in the league for a while that knows what he's doing. A la Tannehill, a la Matt Hasselbeck, a la what's his name, Kerry Collins. When they were here, they would take this team where they need to go. This organization is not built to develop anything. They can't develop nothing. Only thing they probably can develop is running backs, because this organization has been known for pushing out some of the best, greatest running backs in NFL history. But when it comes to this organization as a whole, and I'm looking at the bigger picture, not just the small pie, it's not being good.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. All right. For sure. All right. Well, let's look at some of these questions, man. Let's see what we got out there.
Bring Restrepo in, too. Let Restrepo get a shot. I just want to see how he cooked.
Shout out to everybody in the comment. D. Hernandez, my boy, at Brett Mav. Hey, y'all, follow at Brett Mav on Twitter. We got Just Marcus 1982. Hey, let's see. Mike Rice, what's up, y'all? What's good? What's good?
Hey, Hawk, I got a question for you. Did we get another win this year?
The way we're playing, no. I mentioned before the Arizona Cardinals game that we would not win another game. And I said, only if it's a situation where there's a lot of fluky stuff that's went on. And with Arizona, you can't be more flukier than that, right? Unless we've had a trade, the roster we have right now, we are not winning another football game, in my opinion. You know, at Brett Mav said maybe Cleveland. There's a lot of maybes. Cleveland's defense is amazing. It's unbelievable. We're not going to score a point against Cleveland. So all Cleveland needs to do is score 7 points and they win that football game.
They got the Saints. Nah, I don't even see.
Do you see us win another game?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hell no. Nope, I don't. Not
Oh,
where the offense is going.
okay.
Not where the offense is going.
Yeah. Okay.
Not where the offense. So somebody, C. Watson says,
Yeah.
"Do we fire Brian Callahan tomorrow?" I mean, should you fire him tomorrow? I mean, you got the Patriots coming up. I
Yeah.
mean, you need to fire him now, fire him
Yeah.
after that
That's
game.
I'm gonna tell you this, C. Washington. That's a great question. And then, Jacques, you just brought up a point about. So the answer is going to be no. I don't think Amy's going to do that. I actually think she is going to utilize the Patriots game as the benchmark. Right? We lose bad to Vrabel. He's fired Sunday. What about that? He's fired when the game's over. The Titans have lost 30-4, so 30-7 or whatever. Breaking news: Brian Callahan has been let go as coach. So I think he gets one more week. Yep. Let's see what else we got out there.
Somebody said, "Are we worse than the Jets?" That's a great question. Are we worse than the Jets?
I think so. I think we are.
I don't.
Yeah. I got you.
They ain't won a game. Jets are horrible. I'm sorry. In my opinion, they've given up on Glenn. You see what Gary Wilson is doing?
Yeah.
The Jets, it's a pure emotion. Let me take my Titan head off. Nah, the Jets are the Jets are trash. Matter of fact, we'll be competing, but right now the Jets are 0-6. They ain't won a game. And right now, the NFL says you are the worst team. You are the worst team. We should be, but we won a game. So
yeah.
To Desmond,
we should be 0-6. I agree. I do think the Jets have better offensive weapons than us, and I do think
trash.
Yeah, they're trash. I ain't saying they're good. They
in
are
my
trash.
Opinion,
I agree. They're trash.
In my opinion, nah, bro.
Okay. Well, my opinion, I think the Jets have better weapons on offense, and I'm not saying by much. They suck too. They have not won a game, but I think defensively too. You know what I'm saying? I just think they got a few more pieces better than what we got, and it ain't by much.
They ain't won a game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that. That's like comparing who's last versus who last. They both trash. Right. They all trash. It's like who's the worst loser? Man,
that's right. That's right.
So
what up at R Pewitt? What's up? What up? As Frat was good.
Come on, AJ. Deal. I would love to trade for AJ, but
here's my thoughts on that, Rob P. Here's my thoughts. Yes, AJ would be closer to home in Mississippi. AJ didn't want to leave Nashville, right? He was a king here in Nashville. He couldn't do no wrong in Nashville. Yes, agree with that. But what are we going to give up for AJ? Does AJ want to go to a Super Bowl team, to the worst team in the league? I wouldn't want to do that. That's taking steps back in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is ascended. So I would be like, hey, I don't know. Like, I would love to go back there. My wife probably wants to go back to the South. That's cool. But we got to give up a lot to get AJ Brown, and the way that we're set up right now, if I'm AJ, hey man, hey dog, I'm good, bro. Send me to Buffalo or something.
Jay Burke, shout out to you, bro. How about we give Cedric Gray some love and had a double-digit tackles again? Cedric, and all the negativity, and Hawk, I know you harp on the defense, bro. I know you give him love too, but I do want to give a shout out to Ced Gray. I want to give a shout out to Jeffrey Simmons. I want to give a shout out to Draymond. Was it Draymond Jones today? Yeah. He had a couple of sacks. I'm gonna give them credit when credit is due individually. They fought their butts off today.
They did.
I gotta give them credit, man. And again, it's the hamburger method. We trash, but shout out to that joker, because that's a positive light, because you got something at least right there, like you can build on next year or whatever.
And what did I say before the season started about Jeffrey Simmons? I made it very clear, and I put a stamp on it. I said Jeffrey Simmons is the best player in the AFC South. I said that before the preseason started. I said that then. And when I seen him in practice, I was like, he's playing unbelievable. And if anyone wants to argue with me on that as far as him not being the best player in the AFC South, then who is then, right? Jeffrey Simmons, it should be Defensive Player of the Year. That's how good I think he's played as well. But he won't get it because we suck. You know what I mean? So yeah, we give shout out to them for sure. For sure.
Are we making any trades? Hey, what up, T Fish? She says, do we make any trades come deadlines to help this team, or do we sell and lay down? Oh, do we make any trades?
No, we don't have any pieces except Jeffrey Simmons. We have nobody. Who are we gonna?
So are you saying you trade for Jeffrey, or are you talking?
No, I'm just saying for us to trade, we have to have pieces to trade, right? So I don't think so unless Jeffrey Simmons is part of the trade. Anyone else that we trade will be just for draft picks. I don't think anyone will go head up with us on any of our players. We don't have talent, so I don't think so. I think anything, we just sell the team for draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Or just let folks go. I don't think so. What about you, Jacques?
No, because the Browns and Brinker don't. I mean, like you said, they'll get draft picks for players now. No, they ain't. They ain't on that type of time, man. And I don't believe they're gonna ever be on that type of time. When the Titans were talented, lack of Vrabel, they were still well coached. We lack talent and discipline. We can't keep letting them. So to your point, Vrabel would have won this game, but I mean, I think Vrabel wanted out anyway because of leadership. I'm gonna say that again. Leadership, Miss Amy.
Yeah.
Miss Amy.
Yeah.
Miss Amy. I'm gonna keep iterating that. You're gonna keep hearing me saying that a lot this year. Yeah. We got a problem this year. When you fire Brian Callahan, you got to make sure you bring in the right pieces. And do I trust her? No, I don't. I've lost trust in this team. I've lost trust in leadership. I don't trust her.
I understand.
I don't trust nothing they do. I'm sorry.
Yep. They haven't shown it. You know what I mean? They ain't shown it. We have not been good in the last 4 seasons. We've had the least amount of wins of any team in the last 4. We've been the worst team in the NFL the last 4 seasons. You know what I mean? So it's bad, man. It's bad. And Mike Rice made a comment about, drafting against some offensive playmakers in the offseason, man. Hey, that's so true. We ain't done it. We don't have playmakers.
I wouldn't come here. You sell it to me, Hawk. Sell it to me that I should come and be the head coach for the Tennessee Titans. Sell it to me.
Because I think it'd be based on that paper and based on the control I have.
Control. What control?
Yeah. I'm saying as a head coach, if I can bring in my staff, I got a rookie quarterback. I see opportunities. I could see a coach, I'm not sitting there as a top destination, but I could see a coach being like, hey, I've been wanting to be a head coach. Here's my opportunity. Take it. You know what I mean? It's not a guarantee you're going to probably win a lot of games here, but at least, you just never know. The table has to turn at some point.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Let me tell you this. Put it in my contract. If I have 2 down seasons, that you're not going to fire me. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen again, Hawk, and it's the same pattern. We'll get a new head coach in here. He'll struggle the first year. We'll hopefully see development. If it don't, the second year, everybody's going to be asking him to be fired. Then we in the same circle. Let me tell you, man, it's a circle. It's a circle that's going to keep happening. And eventually, something's going to have to happen. I'm sorry.
So what should happen? Because I think all NFL teams go through that. So
it needs to start with Amy, man. It needs to start with Amy. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening up at the top, but this is happening a lot. We've seen it with Vrabel. When Vrabel was here, Vrabel did his thing, man. All the way to a certain point, and you can tell Vrabel wasn't happy anymore. And he's like, man, I need this. And what's going on? Then we hear collaboration. You're just muddying the waters. Then all of a sudden you fire Rand Carthon. You should have fired Brian Callahan after you do that, because now you're muddying the waters even more. Now you bring in everybody. You say, well, Brinker has this power, but Bergonzi doesn't. The leadership is not on the same page. So right. you need to fix that first. Once you fix that, then you can figure out, okay, hey, where do we need to go head coach wise? What's our identity? What's our culture? What do we want to be for a Tennessee Titans team? How can we get back to a winning formula? Right now, as an investor in this team, because I'm an investor, I'm a season ticket holder, I am not happy. This is a piss poor performance by leadership. So once Brian is shipped up out of here, because I do think he'll be fired, once he's shipped up out of here, do I have faith this thing going to turn around and she's going to hire the right people? They're going to hire the right people? No. And if they do hire the right people, cool. I don't want to hear none of that crap. I don't want to hear nothing. Put some winning formula on the team, on the field. Make sure these new rookies are developed, and let's go. That's where I'm at with.
All right. Cool.
You're a hot jock today.
All right, that's cool. So, all right. Well, look, y'all, we'll go one more question, y'all. We appreciate everybody, man. It's very, very active in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Let's see here. Thank you. Somebody said he was never a play caller. I do agree with that. He was never a play caller. Me and Hawk did not want to hire Callahan. I remember, Hawk, you mentioned you wanted Harbaugh, and I think I agree with you on that. I was like, Harbaugh's cool, but Callahan, we didn't even, to be honest, Hawk, did you know who Callahan was?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't think. Yeah, I knew about him in Cincinnati. Yeah, I did, because I knew about his dad too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did. But as a head coach, I mean, I think what they tried to do, man, is hey, Brett Mav, Frat. Hey, you're right about that, dog. Hey, that's all right, dog. So I think what they were trying to do with Brian Callahan, they try to carbon copy the Sean McVay, the Matt LaFleur, an offensive mind. A Kyle Shanahan, they put him in that boat, right? In that box, like that's the formula, right? And ladies and gentlemen, that's not the formula. Just because you're an offensive mind doesn't mean that you're going to be a great head coach. It's so many great offensive and defensive coordinators that did not do well as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the formula at that time. And Rand and them hired this joker. They hired him, right? So, but it didn't work. It didn't work. So, you know what I'm saying? I like Callahan as a person. I think Callahan works very hard. I just think at times when it comes to making the right decisions during the game, he misses out, man. He does. So
I agree.
Yeah, he's only won 4 football games, man, in 2 seasons, bro. At the end of the day, it's about wins. I don't care how the cake is cut. It's about wins, and he ain't done that. So, yep. So, well, cool, man. All right, y'all. Well, hey, listen. Thank you all for watching the show, man, and listening in as well, too. If you have not followed us here on Bleacher Report, do that now. Follow us. Follow me at Lorenzo_the Hawk. You can follow Jacques as well at Jacques Merrill. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We are everywhere. Anywhere you can see and hear us, man. We're out there. Shout out again to Bleacher Report as well, man. For sure. Yep.
And when y'all do follow us entities, man, appreciate y'all, man, following us, liking the show, participating. We appreciate y'all's material, bro. Shout out to y'all. So, man, again, this sucks. This is a sucky feeling. and I tell Titans fans, man, just hope that Cam can keep pushing and developing. Your rookies keep getting better. If I got to say save anything from the season, just do that. Just hope from. Just do that. Focus on that. Take the wins away. We're not finna get enough wins. I hope they bring in the right coaching staff and that leadership and get their stuff together. But anyway, Hawk, take us home, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, we hope you all have a great rest of your weekend on this. Last week we went to work smiling and happy. Not this week, man. And, John, I tell you this, man, it's like, what sucks is just seeing the Raiders sitting there doing the cha-cha slide on us, man, and doing the dance, the boots on the ground literally on us, man, like they a Super Bowl team or something like that, and they stink just like we do. But all right, as we always say and as we always do, folks, facts.
No paper.